When we contacted Dr. Rader to discuss what Linda had filmed, he invited us up to his Malibu HQ. Hello, Dr. Rader.
How are you? Nice to meet
Darragh
you.
McIntyre, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Want to come in?
Please, thank you.
Okay, my pleasure.
What a beautiful home. Have you lived here for long?
Actually, we're using it as an office. It used to be my home.
Dr. Rader first showed us a video featuring one of the many hundreds of apparently satisfied patients.
She looked at him and said, "Daddy, why did you wake me up?"
What's not on here is when I said goodbye to her last time, she said spontaneously, "Thank you for fixing my brain."
But we were here to ask him about what Linda had recorded. For example, what appeared to be his high-pressure tactics.
Let's just do it. Forget about it. Let's just get started. He can go get the money later.
Does it ever occur to you that I cared about that woman, that I believed the woman wasn't phony, that I believed that she was real, that she had all this anxiety? I said, you know what, you're going to do it anyway. You know why I said that? Because they always do, unless they have a phony thing like what you were doing. I have never had a patient who came in and said they were anxious and they needed some time and didn't come in. That's never happened.
In the Dominican Republic, Dr. Rader had reassured Linda that fetal stem cells were safe.
It's a completely different situation. And in the paper that you read, those tumors were benign. Right. They were not cancerous.
We know that those tumors were caused by the transfusions that the child received.
Okay.
I mean, that's what the scientists are saying.
Thank you. Very good. Excellent. You really got that
but
one point.
The point I'm not really making the point of this.
No, young man. What you're doing is cherry picking. I have 1,500 patients. I guess they all have tumors. In the Ukraine, they have 35,000 or something. I guess they all have brain tumors.
You're a scientist. You cannot make an assumption. By your own definition, you're a scientist. You made an assumption.
If there are 30, 40,000 patients that never got tumors, and you're focusing on this one that doesn't even clearly state, even though you think it comes. You know, you are looking for one thing. Don't sit there intellectually and play games with me.
It's universally accepted in the scientific world that if you have any relevant evidence, you publish it in scientific journals. Dr. Rader is publishing something soon, but it promises to owe more to public relations than science. I read your first chapter of your book,
yes.
And there's a key word there, and the word you used, and it's used several times,
yes.
is the word hope.
Right.
Well, I'm suggesting that the key word is in fact evidence.
I've heard this over and over and over again. You're naive. You truly believe that the doctors, if I publish this, will come to me and say, "This is great, we're going to help you."
Dr. Rader claimed that the interview wasn't balanced. We told him that it was fair, but he said it didn't matter.
By the way, in the long run, it doesn't hurt me as long as you spell my name correctly, because parents don't give a damn what you say about this intellectual shit. If you had a child that had any of these things, you would refer that child to me. I am clear about it. You absolutely would. So those parents will still come to me. We will get patients from this.
In Belfast, the Clarks aren't concerned about the scientific examination. They're sure in their belief that her sight is much better. You nervous at all?
No, because I know she's seeing. Because she's a completely different little child.
Even simple things, she's playing with her toys now. Before, she never played with her toys. Now she's playing with her sorting toys, putting shapes in, taking shapes back out again. She would never have done that before.
Whatever the results of the test, mainstream scientific opinion is united about stem cell clinics.
They recognise that this is a particularly vulnerable population that conventional medicines don't have a cure for.
If these were reputable cell therapies, you know, why do you have to go to the Dominican Republic? Why do you have to go to Russia? Why do you have to go to China? Why do you have to go to Tijuana? Why can't you have those therapies here in the UK?
1 week after the eye tests, the Clarks study the results, and there is no room for doubt. The stem cells have had no impact on their daughter's vision, but the family's belief in the treatment is unshaken.
If a specialist wants to argue the point, there's my door, come and knock it, come and watch my child, and tell me that that child isn't seeing anything and that never made a difference.
Some will say that with the greatest kindness that there's wishful thinking going on here.
That's not my makeup.
We took her yesterday to the hospital where she's been before. She goes once every 6 months, and every member of staff couldn't go over her, couldn't go over the change in her. We know our daughter better than anybody else, and we know that there's been a change in her.
Nobody can say it's impossible for Dakota to prove the critics wrong. But if she does, she will turn accepted science on its head. And that really will be a miracle.
Good luck to her and her family. Now, nobody wants to deny any patient hope, but none of the experts that we spoke to recommended using foreign clinics. And today, the MS Society called on the government to ring-fence money for research here so that people don't feel the need to try unproven treatments abroad.
Next week, is your MP working for you? Why, the expenses scandal is just the beginning and not the end of Westminster's troubles.